Welcome to the Cherland podcast, where I, Connor Cherland, meet up with a musician, hear about their life, hear about their motivations, their inspirations, share songs, ask them to play songs for me. On today's episode, we have such a special guy, Michael Solstrom. He was one of my first musical friends. So many wonderful memories spent together in the very early stage of my career, and he is a real one-of-a-kind kind of a guy. The music he makes is beautiful and deep and really special. I care about this guy personally a ton, but I also have such deep feelings for his music, and I think if you listen to it, you will feel the same way. So please enjoy this conversation of me catching up with an old friend and asking him some questions about his art.
Let's see. I've been up here for almost a year now doing this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. This is a very Michael Solstrom type of thing that you're doing.
Becoming a woodsman.
Becoming a woodsman. This is sort of what I imagined you doing. What do you do for work currently?
Carpentry. It's kind of project oriented, and currently I'm building some cabinets for a friend's mom's van,
Yeah.
Making a live-in van kind of thing. So yeah, just do little projects. I built a couple tree forts and a greenhouse last year, and before that, what brought me to the area was I started working for a framing crew. There's the bad fires up here, as you recall, I think back in 2017, where 5,000 homes were lost.
Right.
So I moved up to the area, and I was kind of just framing and playing bar gigs on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. So you do carpentry in the day, and then you come home to darkness, or it's still right now it's still light out.
Still light, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you come home to darkness.
Yeah.
And you use your phone light to figure out where the matches are, or you just know your house perfectly by now?
Light or a headlamp, and I've got some oil lamps, some old 1800s oil lamps set up around the house, and candles, and I've got a couple guitars, and
that's incredible.
Yeah, just out in redwoods here. As you can see, I'm just surrounded by the woods.
That's beautiful, man.
All around me. Yeah.
That's sweet. You've been doing that for a year. I was going to ask you to play a song from your 9 Moons album, but I know as soon as I thought of it, I was like, I'm sure Michael does not want to play those songs at the moment, because I'm sure you've written so many songs that you're stoked on right now. And it's been so long since I've heard any of your brand new songs. So is there a song that you've written recently that you really dig, and would you be willing to play it?
Yes to both those. Let me think about. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do. Well, it's not a typical song where it's verse chorus. It's just kind of I was out gardening last year, and I had this this kind of very vivid experience where I was kind of pulling all these weeds, and came across this dandelion, and I was kind of pulling it, and there's a bunch of it, and just kind of recalled my grandmother, and she used to make dandelion wine, and so in that moment, it's just I was kind of feeling her presence. She passed a couple years ago, and so through her, it was a beautiful spring day, and through that, it was kind of connecting to almost all the people or all my ancestors that I didn't know. It was just kind of one link in the chain, just kind of experiencing the bittersweet mortality, and I'm just, I guess, grateful for all the people that brought me here.
Yeah.
So it's the dandelion melody. There you were, standing in the garden, with with apple blossoms falling gently to the ground. In that moment, she smiled down on me, and through her fell the blooming of 1,000 springs. These bodies do remember all the wounds unknown, and our skin proof of the life they left behind. Standing in the garden is in a waking dream. It's when I first heard the bittersweet song of the dandelion. These years, how they fall like raindrops, and outside your window as you lie awake at night. Memories, how they will come flooding, just like when the levee can hold back the storm. These bodies do remember all the wombs unknown, and our skin proof of the life they left behind. Now standing in the garden is in a waking dream. It's when I first heard the bittersweet song of the dandelion.
That's so good, dude.
Oh, realized you needed to warm up this little falsetto voice.
You got there, man.
First time I'm in my falsetto today, but yeah.
Man.
What have you been working
A
on?
lot of things, but man, I honestly, it's been so long since I've gotten to hear you in like a personal setting.
Nice.
And like so many of my pleasant memories of my early 20s are like times of getting to experience you and like getting to like just kind of hear you. I feel like you're an insanely special person, and
Thank you. Appreciate that.
yeah, and I like as you were like telling the dandelion story, I was like, my God, I still am so floored. I'm so floored by like the stories that you're able to tell, just like through normal talking, but also with song, because it's more than just like your ability to tell stories and your ability to make songs. It's like you as a person is so unique and like untarnishable, it seems. I don't know. I
appreciate you, Connor. I appreciate your friendship. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's really good to see you. That was very moving for me. And it had been a really long time since I had been moved by you in person, so I felt that. Man, yeah, I'm working on things. Mostly I'm just like home alone all day. So
yeah. Alone with your thoughts. like in the woods.
way too much time alone with my thoughts. Is there, for someone who's been like living alone for so much time,
right?
like
Yeah.
Like,
Whoa.
what is there a stage where you go beyond the psychosis of like I'm going crazy, I feel like I'm losing my mind, and then like do you feel kind of at peace with it now, or
Wow. Yes, to
where
all of the above. I don't know. It's a practice like life, I guess, you know? I feel like through the quarantine, definitely have been alone with my thoughts, you know? And it's, yeah, I feel like it's been up and down and just self relating to society and the role here as a human and how to live better and how can humanity live better and how can I do better as a human. And so, I mean, yeah, those are things that I can battle with. I mean,
yeah.
coming to peace with. Let's see. Like, I like to listen to a lot of Ram Dass. He's got some good things to say. You
I
know.
I was recently introduced to Ram Dass
Nice.
through Mendeleev.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah.
Um,
And you, there's a good talk on awareness. Yeah. I was just listening to it last night.
that's a lecture.
A good talk on awareness. Uh,
Okay,
it's on Spotify. Uh,
okay. Is it
yeah.
like a lecture that he gave when he was
A
younger?
lecture.
Or?
It's a lecture that he gave when he was younger, or perhaps when he's a little older. But a DJ put it to some music, and it's pretty nice
Nice,
to listen to. Yeah,
nice,
yeah,
cool. Is it like a meditation, or is it just
yeah,
like okay, cool.
yeah,
Yeah, the stuff I've been into right now, I'm in the process of making a record of love songs. Um, I've been slowly making love songs since I started writing, and I finally want to put some of them out onto a record. And some of these I wrote like when we first started playing together, and
yeah,
some of them I wrote pretty recently. Um, yeah, and I just continue to write a lot of stupid songs because sometimes it's like, especially during quarantine, I found it hard to write things that I feel really passionate about
yeah,
because my I don't know, everything's so heightened, so I'll like try to write a line and it comes out really corny.
yeah,
So I'm like, well, if everything's corny, I might as well write a corny song, like intentionally.
yeah. Great.
Um,
That's great to keep up with practice like that. You know,
yeah, yeah. Um, are you interested in hearing a love song?
love to hear love the song.
Great. There was in that last song that you just played,
Hmm.
when you went into your falsetto, it was like a little instrumental.
Yeah.
Um, there's like what were the chords to that instrumental? There was like the third chord in the progression that I
Yeah. I'm in
thought was
an F.
cool.
I'm in an F here.
Yeah. What's that chord?
Like a
The yeah.
diminished. It's like a diminished. Where are we? We're like. It's a diminished A kind of. It's like tension release, you know. It's like the seventh chord of what scale are we in? We're in F, but I'm kind of adding in this the seventh note. So it's like, you know how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's just that clashing note to the home, you know.
Mhm.
So it's like yeah. So it's
Wow.
just yeah. I'm trying to experiment more with that. Well, just adding in, you know, going a little modal sometimes, but also I like just exploring, you know, just like that sort of thing, just like adding tension to
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
creates it makes the you know it's I wouldn't say on its own it's not a pretty chord. I don't know how to describe it. I just find these chords. It's got the 7 note of the scale in it,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is the tension.
Love it.
Mm.
That sounds so good. Yeah, also you said that that doesn't really have like a verse and a chorus, but I felt like it had a chorus.
It's something that I return to in that song. That's right. I'm
Yeah.
actually I'm also in the process of recording right now.
Yeah.
And this song I have yet to record. And I'm kind of reworking. There might be another verse, and I'm not sure if that line that are repeated twice in this performance, if that's gonna be, that's just gonna be once, or
Sure.
yeah.
I really liked it as a returning
Mm,
thing.
nice.
Um yeah, I feel like it fits the theme of what you were going for, at least in your story. So
Yeah.
um yeah, that was beautiful. This song is called Darlin, and I wrote it because I realized I was getting frustrated with my wife for any time we would be late for anything. Um, but then I realized I would rather be late than uh, not with her.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. That's a better perspective. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much the whole premise of this song. Open up my heart and crawl in where we both belong, my darling. Every part of me is excited, waiting for my sweet, my darling. Boo on the balcony, covered in towels. Better get dressed, breakfast in an hour. Say you'll be ready in time. Once the time passes, I tell you it's fine. I'd rather be late than on time on my own. It's better late by your side than leave here alone. Open up my heart and crawl in where we both belong, my darling. Every part of me is excited, waiting for my sweet, my darling. But when the study, you've been judging me quiet. Hates the interruption, I can tell that you like it. Say you'll be working tonight. Once the time passes, I tell you it's fine. I'd rather you late than not hear you call. It's better late by your side than not hear it all. Open up my heart and crawl in where we both belong, my darling. Every part of me is excited, waiting for my sweet, my darling. Open up my heart, crawl in where we both belong, my darling. Every part of me is excited, waiting for my sweet. We could fight all night, we could fight all night, but I'm here in the morning whether or not you like. But with the bootstraps lives like a child, go running late cause she can't pick a style. Boy in the bleachers wanna be famous, girl only hates cause she know that she ain't us. But I only want you and nobody else. It's better fighting with you than fighting by myself. And open up my heart and crawl in where we both belong, my darling. Every part of me is excited, waiting for my sweet, my darling. Open up my heart and crawl in where we both belong, my darling. Every part of me is excited, waiting for my sweet, sweet.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, lovely tune.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm here radio now.
Yeah, it was pretty fun to write. What does recording look like for you at the
Well,
moment?
let's see. It's a mix of at a studio and a mix of at a friend's home.
Okay,
So said friend works at the studio up here. It's called Prairie Sun. It's where Tom Waits recorded a lot of his stuff in the 90s, and um, Grateful Dead have some affiliations there, and I think recently the Killers were just recording some stuff there, and
cool.
um, Yeah, I'm just lucky a friend of mine is working there, and so kind of do like, yeah, some sessions there, and then some sessions he's got a little home studio. So
Nice.
I've been chipping away at a record like over the last year, but I guess quarantine, has kind of slowed it down a little bit. But
Yeah.
we're just getting back into it. So
Okay, cool.
yeah.
That's sweet. What things do you have left over to record for it?
So I'm like 5 songs are about 90% there.
Okay, cool.
All the instruments, bass, drums, guitar, organ, and then there's actually maybe 3 songs that are kind of rough,
Yeah.
need work. I was actually just working on a tune yesterday, just adding guitars and trying to make it sound like some Tom Petty record.
Yeah.
Trying to going for that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's probably like 2 songs, like this Dandelion song, that just have yet to be recorded. So
Okay.
yeah,
Cool. Are you hoping to put like 10 songs on that album?
that's ideal. Yeah,
Okay.
but I hopefully it's like I'm willing to not release some if they're I'm hoping to make it like a quality like 9, 10 song album.
Yeah.
Just like every song I'm like really proud to share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Right? Yeah, totally.
How important is it to you for like or like what does it mean for you to work in a space that like Tom Waits was in? Like are you like superstitious about that sort of a thing where you like feel the blessings of his music like flowing through the studio floors or like what does that mean something special to you?
Yeah, I feel like I mean, yeah, I feel like there's a weights room that I got to record in, and it's basically, I mean, the studio, it's like it's a converted chicken farm, but to a music studio. uh, but they have really nice gear, really nice microphones, and just yeah, just a lot of, I guess, juju enhancing
Yeah.
equipment there. And so yeah, I feel the studio definitely does have a vibe to it. I feel like that kind of adds to the sound. But I mean, home recording, I've gotten great results. Doing that as well. I mean, last EP recorded was out of Shane's home. So
Right.
yeah,
The the I feel like the overall juju surrounding a music studio is just like half the battle because if you like it's really tiring to sing the same thing or play the same thing for hours on end.
yeah,
And if you're in a really dreary like when I record in my bedroom, I do it with the door closed, the window closed, the lights off, and the curtain drawn. So
yeah,
it's like very dark and there's no noise and there's no air moving around. So
right,
it's like it's not an environment you want to be in for very long.
for
Like
sure. Yeah,
even though that's how I sleep every night,
yeah,
but it's not how I want to like make art.
yeah,
And I've heard of really good stories of people like going out to farms and stuff like that to like be out in a very different space that's also quiet. Also here there's like always leaf blowers. Um,
yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
I doubt that there's leaf blowers where you are.
Well, actually, we had over at my buddy's place, who I have been recording at. We had like like one of our first recording sessions. Weren't like ideal. We're like, I don't know if we're supposed to come inside or if so basically it was like we were starting recording outside, and like he put like a little mask over his microphone, and it was just, I mean, there's traffic sounds come in and stuff,
Right.
but up here it's totally quiet. Yeah, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, nothing. But yeah, I'm working on building up a little home recording studio because I feel like that's ideal. That would be ideal, just to record out here.
Yeah. Do you record out here on your own every once in a while? Or just like little stuff for yourself?
Yeah, little stuff. Yeah, just
Okay.
saving ideas, but nothing is that I'm gonna release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to this new album, like one of the like you make a lot of full songs, but you also make a lot of pieces of songs.
Mhm.
So I imagine like right now with like finishing some of those songs that aren't really there, like how how do you figure out what a song needs? Is it just trial and error? Do you bring other people in, or yeah, like how do you tell when a song is done?
Right.
Um, yeah, tell me
I
more.
feel like I feel like Bob Dylan said it well. It's like he's like, I feel like a song is never done. I kind of just arrive at a place, I guess, where it feels ready to share, for if it's just even for one performance. So it's like I've written probably like two songs throughout this quarantine, and like I would say no, they're not done. And I'm probably not going to record them, and maybe they might not be recorded ever.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, it. I feel like it's rare for me to feel like a song is done. Maybe it's when I feel like I've said everything that feel like maybe I can add to the subject. But yeah, most of the time that feeling isn't there.
Have you written a song that you do feel is done? Like anything that you've put out?
Oh, that's a good question. I guess okay. To be fair, yeah, I guess the my last EP, I would say, I still perform those songs, and I would say one of the tunes I feel like I definitely don't feel like it's done, and I don't know if it'll ever be done off of that. But I'm enough other tunes that yeah, I guess I will call those done. That makes it confusing.
um, one of the lines I was listening to, "Wake Child."
That
Um,
one I feel like is not done. Yeah.
so I bring that up within this context because it's a song that you can play for like 6 to 8 minutes at a time if you want to.
Sure, I
Like
could. Yeah.
I feel like that's something that you have just like limitless like director's cuts of like that song where it's like that was the most stripped down version of that song, but
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like I have gone back and written other verses to that. I feel
yeah.
like yeah, I feel like probably in a live setting it would be something like that, 8, 10 minutes, or
Yeah.
longer. Who knows?
Do you have the ability to articulate why you feel like it's unfinished and like why um extra verses feel necessary sometimes during a live setting?
Wow. Well, I guess if it's like a story song,
Yeah.
if you're adding, to a story, like if you're communicating something to an audience, you're giving an audience a deeper insight, or um, yeah, I guess in short, that's why maybe like shortening the song might, leave something out. So
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, I feel like one of the reasons that you're able to get away with that is because your guitar lines are really hypnotic.
Yeah.
So you can just sit there and kind of listen to you play the same like set of guitar lines,
Yeah.
and it's just you can loop that for like an hour. It's like a Michael Solstrom and chill situation, and you're just like, yeah, whatever, say yeah, whatever you want to say on top of that line, go for it. Um, one of the lines from Wake Child is it says "shoebox of love,"
Yeah.
and I remember we were sitting in my backyard and we were working on that song that was in it was in 5/4 or 4/5 or five
Yeah,
four.
nice. Yeah, that's gonna be on the next album.
Nice. Yeah. So that song, you were writing it in my backyard, and you were like, I don't know. I feel like right now I just want to put in this line that's like shoebox of love, and I was like, I don't know if that like fits right now with like what you're talking about at the moment, but like, um, so are there lines like shoebox of love that you have currently that you're like trying to put them to a song where you're like, I don't know, I got this like cigarette toes or like other are there other phrases that you're waiting to put into songs right now?
I have a chorus to a song that I've written recently. Um, it's funny. I feel like lines like that do trickle in and trickle out, but I should be carrying around a notebook, writing these down. Um, Mostly, when I sit down to write a song, it's like, it's like I have a melody in my head, and then maybe a couple words, and then from there, it's like I have an understanding of the theme or the feeling, and then it just kind of, the lyrics kind of come out from there, and maybe like I'll be, but it's usually like a week or two long process, just kind of like diving into the world of that song,
Yeah.
Um, so I'd say recently, no, nothing.
Recently, I was listening to another buddy of mine. He like put out this like it's kind of like this. I don't even know what you call that. It was like sort of jazzy, like upbeat sort of stuff, and all of a sudden I had this idea for like a song making fun of the lines in Star Wars. Like because there's a ton of great lines to pull from, and there's one line that Princess Amidala says where she says, "We believe in our beliefs as much as they believe in theirs," which I think is like not like the worst line in the world, but it's pretty stupid. So I was like on a bike ride and I was like, "We believe in our beliefs as much as they believe in theirs," and I was like, "That'd be a fun chorus."
Yeah.
So
like a good song for election season.
yeah, exactly. Would you be down for playing one of the songs from your Nine Moons album?
Yeah, of course. Let's see.
I mean, Wake Child, you're more than welcome to.
It's actually funny. I haven't played that one live in so long. I feel like because just like the nature of recording, it's well, I feel like the recording of that is it's different than how I play it live. So yeah, I've kind of worked that one out of the repertoire. So
Yeah.
I have to dust that one off. It'll be pretty rusty. When I set out on a journey of my own creation, I wish to stand beyond the walls I created inside myself. Now I've got to get back to myself. And all at once, you watch them crumble before your eyes. Disregard their broken dreams. They would sell most anything, but take a step back. This is your relationship. Tell it on your boulevard. If you had met the queen of hearts, singing what you loved is yours to hold and release. Chelsea waves, drink to your heart and your mind when you decided on change. Just how quickly we figured out what we are, falling pieces from the stars. You got them traveling shoes, you're singing them poor boy blues with not much more than a shirt on your back.
broken dreams. Say you would sell most anything, but take a step back. This is your relationship. Put it on your boulevard. You have met the queen of hearts, and what you've loved is yours to hold and release. Oh, Chelsea ways. Running through your heart and your mind when you decide it don't change. Just how quickly we figured out what we are. Falling pieces from the stars. When I met you, I learned a new side of myself. Maybe it was a reflection from your eyes shining back through my own. And all at once became quite clear to me that these pieces we call ourselves really shine for what we are. Falling pieces from the stars. Falling pieces from the stars. May we shine for what we are.
So good, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Man, it's been so long since since I heard that one.
Right? Yeah, it's been some time since I've been in SB.
I remember you showing me that chorus for the first time and being like, I just wanted to like make it one of those cool things, like fallen pieces. I think one of the coolest things about the melody lines that you have in the guitar is that it gives you the ability to not rhyme as much. And so I feel like it gives you so much lyrical freedom, because I feel like the brain just needs a place to rest, and when you have like rhymes are like a very easy way for things for like brains to intake information, but also the like those repeating melody lines that you're doing, I feel like it serves the same purpose as rhyming, where the words that you're putting in there are like none of them rhyme.
No, yeah.
Like the whole time. When like is that something that you ever intentionally set out to do, or like who do you feel like first inspired you to do that?
To not rhyme, let's see. I don't know. I feel like that's a good question. I don't know. I listen to a lot of music. I mean,
most of it rhymes.
I don't know. I've been studying. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking, I've been studying some songwriters through the quarantine. Though I haven't been writing, I've been studying a lot of musicians that I really appreciate and just
Like
add
who?
to their repertoire. And well, Joni Mitchell. I guess recently Robert Hunter. He was the lyricist for the Grateful Dead, and well, that's what he's mostly known for. I was thinking his stuff. Well, his stuff sometimes rhymes. Yeah, who did I listen to growing up that I feel like rhymes? I feel like maybe growing up, I felt like it's like a good rhyme, like is amazing. I feel like Muhammad Ali. It's like a lot of his like when he was speaking and rhyming. It's just it's really fun and engaging. And like you say, it's a really effective way to communicate. I feel like if like trying to rhyme can be like, I don't know, it can almost be cliche. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'd rather just not rhyme instead of, trying to rhyme. But I mean, I
Right.
definitely have songs that do rhyme.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to name them off the top of my head right now.
I mean, Zadie, the
Yeah.
whole thing rhymes.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I guess I have like a song called, Jenny's Window Pane, and there's a lot of rhymes in there. And but yeah, I guess I feel like perhaps throughout like what you're saying, like through I kind of went through like how Picasso went through a blue phase, where he's just painting everything in blue. It's like I went through a dropped D phase, where I just kind of like, and so it's just kind of something that's repeating, and then verses would fit over that, and it would almost be like talk singing. And so in that, I would rhyme less, just kind of more say what I want to say,
Right. Do you feel like there's like a specific thing that you're trying to get across? Because I feel like there's so many through lines in the stuff that you write.
Yeah,
you have phrases like, you have songs like Mystic Highway, like a lot of dreamy stuff, a lot of like, yeah, there's like a lot of like dream imagery.
Yeah, definitely dream imagery. Yeah,
There's a lot of, yeah,
Like,
just like a lot of mysticism in general. So like,
yeah, I agree.
so like, what is there something that you feel like you're trying to circle or get around, or I guess I'm asking you like why you feel compelled to write about this kind of a thing?
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess it's perhaps just sharing what I experience, like my life experience, and like, relation to life and afterlife, and love, and 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 the nature of this dream that we currently find ourselves in.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that through the quarantine. Like, actually had a really interesting experience releasing Mystic Highway earlier on in the quarantine. I was like set to release it, and it was like I was gonna release it. It's like right at sunrise, and my mind was just like thinking about it as I was just like all night. I was just anxious about releasing it. I guess pressing the like submit online or
Right.
whatever. So I was dreaming about releasing it, and my dream was so like real feeling that basically I thought I was really, really thought I was in my dream. And so I was at my workstation, my music workstation, and I was getting ready to release a song, and then I had to go to the bathroom in the dream. So I stood up, and then I had to go to the bathroom in real life. So I stood up. So I was standing in my dream, walking outside, where I was really upstairs in my room, standing up, thinking I was about to walk outside. Ended up walking down a flight of stairs.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Wait, did you make it?
I made it to the floor on the ground.
Oh, jeez.
Rolled and tumbled, and
oh no.
yeah. So this was an early on injury in the quarantine. Just kind of woke up, kind of concussed, and whoa, where am I?
Jeez.
So I guess circling back, I think like dreaming and I guess the spaces where we go to when we dream. I feel like I've like earlier on I was talking about like meeting my grandmother in the garden. It's like I was very much awake for that, but it's almost like a dream image. So I feel like that's probably what really fascinates me, is like just the nature of the mind, and the spaces between like this world and where we go to when we dream or die, or so I feel like those are reoccurring themes, in my songs.
Yeah, I feel like a lot, like quarantine in general, because I'm not really like seeing that many people. Most of my interactions have been digital, and some of my interactions have been like together but like at a distance. There's like this gap, like this physical gap that has to be there.
Yeah.
And I feel like it calls into question like the idea of where you are, or like what is togetherness, or like what is the connection piece. Like I've noticed this especially within like churches in town, of like it's important for groups of people to meet, but it's also like not responsible for people to meet at the moment. So but then like what's the purpose of like what is the church, you know, at that moment, and like what is which is basically like what is community in a situation like we're in, which feels really dreamlike. And I don't know, I've been thinking about a similar thing. I have nothing to say about that necessarily, but just
I'm working on it too, you know. That's why I'm writing about it.
I would love to ask you a question I ask a lot of people, which is what is some bad advice that you've received as a musician, and why is it bad advice in your opinion?
I don't know about bad advice. I don't know. I mean, let's see. Like, I mean, I've been there. I've quit my job and just like gone for it sometimes, and I don't know. Like people see. I mean, I guess initially they mean it as a compliment. They're like, "Your voice is so like beautiful, or what you're doing is amazing," and like I want like you should be like on, I don't know, just like a one of these TV shows, like
You should be on a game show.
X Factor, or I don't know, America's Got Talent, or American Idol. And I mean, I don't know if that's bad advice. I mean, I guess that's a compliment, but I guess I don't know. I feel like maybe I guess I don't know. I guess I've been doing this independent, for so long. Yeah, I guess that's just not the direction that I've foresee with my career. But not talking about those are entertaining TV shows. I just live in the woods. I don't have a TV, so I don't have any bad advice. Everybody's been pretty good. Good. Yeah. How are you? What's been some bad advice for you?
Well, I mean, I also get the semi compliment of you're so good, you should be on a television show.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like television is, especially reality television, is a place that, like, I just like being surrounded by people whose words I can trust.
Yeah.
And if I'm on a television show, I'm just not sure what words to trust. And I feel like my soul is way too sensitive for like to its own detriment.
Yeah.
Where like I need to insulate myself from, like, I don't like needing to vet out good advice from bad advice. I just want to surround myself with the kind of people who will only give me their most their most sincere advice, like their most earnest advice. I never want to have to assume anything but a loving motive from anyone who has a say in my life. Like if you were to give me a suggestion for how to live my life, I wouldn't have to run it through this filter of like, but what is Michael trying to get from me?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
And that's like the real difference of,
I agree,
like a business relationship versus like trying to build something together, which I mean, I just want to make good art and I want people to hear it.
Yeah.
And
definitely have people hear it. Don't be like a tree falling in the woods. Been thinking about that too.
That's sweet. Well, we're around an hour. Are you interested in playing another song?
Yeah, I guess you alluded to Mystic Highway earlier. There's going to be a full band version released of this tune.
Cool. On the new record?
On the new record, yeah. Sounding good. That's one of the ones that's very close to being done.
Okay, cool.
Drums, bass, guitar, backup vocals.
Nice.
another song that doesn't rhyme that has a mesmerizing riff.
We took a walk down that mystic and highway. Where the street lights flew far off galaxies. We talked of future, and all the while we slipped down a sweet memory. Oh, how great is your love. Oh, how great it is to stand in your love. On a dark night I have dreamed of an ocean of your love, where I could float away. When I felt lost, there you were beside me. With you I held so close in my heart. Walk back home from Babylon, past these broken city walls, all the way back home. How great is your love? It's everlasting. How great is your love, your love. It's everlasting. Took a walk down that sweet mystic and highway.
Nice. Thank you, Connor.
Well done, dude.
Yeah, thank you.